Hello, Bolutiwi here. I'm going to be sharing today an incredible piece of insight that I had the other day about manifestation. And this came because of a very interesting brand that everyone knows about, and that is Apple. So here are my old earphones, which I've been using. I'm not one of those people who starts to use technology as soon as it comes out. So I'm happy to use it until it doesn't work. And my husband was also had some issues with his headphones and said he was going to get new ones. And I'm like, oh, please, could you get me new ones, a replacement of these? And when he got back, he puts a beautiful box of these little babies. So these are the AirPods Pro on my desk. So that's where the lesson starts. Basically, I was like, what is this? You see, I was expecting these ones. And although I got something much more valuable, much more interesting, giving me so much more freedom, because it wasn't what I had asked for, instead of simply being, oh, go with the flow, this is amazing, thank you so much, I was like, not expecting that. So the first thing I want to say here is, where in your life do you ask the universe for something, or do you ask someone for something, and it comes in a package that you were not expecting? It comes in a way that you had not envisioned. And instead of saying, wow, thank you so much, this is even better than I expected, you resist, just like I did. The second thing I want to say, and this is truly the mistake, this is where many of us are saying all the affirmations, we're having all the visualizations, we're even taking the action, and it's not happening. You're thinking to yourself, is this manifestation thing not working? And my prayer is never going to get answered. I'm visualizing, I'm doing the gratitude. Why is it not happening? And I'm going to show you now exactly why. So after I got over the shock or surprise of not getting what I wanted, I decided, okay, Bolutiwi, you got a beautiful gift. What's really in the way of you appreciating this to its full extent? And one thing that came up was, I have this limiting belief, I'm not techie, I'm not going to know how to use it, it's going to be difficult, I'll just rather have my old ones. I'm like, ooh, are you not keeping yourself small? So I ask you, where are you holding on to, attaching yourself to the old simply because it's comfortable? Like these, it's comfortable. It doesn't mean that it's giving you all the freedom and versatility that you could have, because with these, there's so much more freedom. You don't have to be playing with the wires as you're walking. And I said, okay, I'm going to learn this. I'm just going to go into YouTube. I'm going to figure this out. And so I kind of read the instructions halfway, as one does. And then this is so good. I started trying to pair this. So all you need to do is press this button with my computer. And it wasn't working. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to take this thing back. It's not working. What's going on? And something said, go on YouTube, really check the instructions properly, which I did. And I realized that I'd been pressing this button as I was meant to do, but I had left this shut. And I said to myself, oh my goodness, yes, that's it. If we do not open up our receptors, if we're not open to receiving, then we can take all the action we want. We can press all the buttons we want, but the connection will not take place. And so, obviously, my computer was there, Bluetooth on, ready to connect. All I had to do was to open up the lid so that the connection could take place. So yes, you may be already taking the right action. You may even have set things into place that are really meant to support you in achieving that next level in your life. The question is, are you open or are you closed? Because if you are closed, just like this box was, then the connection will not take place. You will not be able to receive. Now, you may be asking, what do you mean by closed? Closed is any form of resistance. Closed is, I asked for earphones. I imagined these ones. I got this beautiful box. And instead of feeling gratitude, joy, excitement, I'm still attached to the old model. That's one version of being closed. Another version of being closed is, imagine that you want, I'm just going to say this, let's say you want a new beautiful house, or you want a beautiful car, or you want a beautiful partner, whatever it is that you desire. And when you imagine that, in that vision, you are joyful, you are excited, you are trusting, you are open, you are laughing, you are delighted. All is going well, you are in flow. That is the frequency of that vision. But in this vision, in your reality today, instead of being on that frequency already, because you're not focusing on your vision, you're focusing on your current circumstances, you're feeling frustration, you're feeling disappointment, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling tension and stress. You're feeling that you can't really trust people because of the past hurts that you've experienced. All of those are blocks, energetic blocks, exactly as powerful as this block right here to your dream and to your vision. Another very, very powerful block, and this is something I really, really want you to pay attention to. And it may seem, oh, I know that. Another powerful block is stress. Always being in the action doing mode, never taking time to relax. Always being in tension. So in the tension mode, as opposed to being intentional about what it is. Because if you're constantly focused on your vision, constantly seeing it, feeling it, smelling it, living it, you cannot possibly be in tension. No, because it's already done. You're in gratitude. So one way to open up this is gratitude. Gratitude opens you up, because when you are grateful, you are in faith. You are in the knowing that it's already done. You are no longer one of those people who is living based on what you see. You are one of those people who knows that what you see is basically evidence of what you have been able to hold in your mind. And when you really get this, then whatever you see now, you say, yes, that's no problem. That's the evidence of what I used to think, and that is fine. However, I now have new thoughts, and so I will see new things in my life. And I want to repeat that. Whatever you are seeing right now in your life is evidence of what you used to think about the past. There is nothing you can do about the past. It's gone, done. Thank you. What you can do right now is continue to hold a vision in faith. Continue to hold a vision of what it is that you know you will see, because it is the law. Where you put your attention, where you focus on with intention, that is where your energy is flowing. And that energy connects with all that is to create your particular reality. So one thing I really want to say is that, first of all, if you ask for something from the universe, if there's something you want to manifest, please have the humility not to be the general manager of the universe. Please have the humility not to micromanage. If you ask for it, then know that it may come in a package which is bigger and better than what you originally imagined. That's number one. Number two, It's so important that as you take the actions that are required for your dream to take place, so that's pressing the button, you know that the most important thing is for you to remain open. And one way of remaining open is being relaxed, is showing up with gratitude, is having humility to say that I do not know exactly the form in which my request will be granted, but I do know that it is coming. And whatever way it comes, I know it is happening for me. And even when it doesn't come when I believe that it will come or should have come, I say to myself, no problem. A bigger door is coming. A bigger opportunity is coming. Because I know it's already happened at some dimension. Doubt is a block. Stress is a block. Doubt is a block. Micromanaging, having it have to happen exactly as you imagined is a block. The only way that you can truly become a master at creating your own reality is for you to understand that when we think we are creating things, and the life that you have today is evidence of your past thoughts. And so my invitation is to think today only that which you wish to experience. And believe you me, when it happens, one day you may be surprised because you may even have forgotten that you planted that seed. I used to live in Dubai, and when I went to Dubai, a friend of mine said, Bolutiwi, I know you're going to be living in a place called Oceana. Oceana is a beautiful, amazing residence with a private beach, lazy river pool, Olympian-sized pool, a lovely restaurant, a hotel complex just next to it. One of the best places to live. It's on the Palm Jumeirah. And I said, really? I know it's super expensive. He's like, I just know that's where you're going to be living. I'm like, okay, no worries. And after visiting several apartments, and I was thinking I could not live in any of those. And one of those I'd actually said yes to, although, to be honest, it wasn't my dream. It was a similar kind of apartment, but it wasn't the ground floor, rather dark. I just wasn't quite sure about it. And I'd said yes. And finally, the owner basically said, no, it's already been taken by some woman, although they'd said yes to me. And I was so angry and furious about that. I was on my high horse of indignation. And to cut a long story short, I got really annoyed and said, I'm out searching for apartments. I'm rather disappointed. And the lady who had been showing me around once said, look, after a few weeks, she gave me some time and said, hey, there's an apartment I'd love you to see. I really believe you'd like it. And I said, okay, I'll go. I walk into this apartment. I remember this was Baltic Building, Oceana, 504. Oh, and as soon as I walked in, I said, I'm taking it. This is my apartment. This is it. Beautiful floor to ceiling windows, marble floors, the most incredible lighting. From my bed, I could see the sea. The moon was just always so big and close. I mean, man. And I sometimes ask myself, how did I manifest this place? Like, how did this happen? And do you know what it was? I remember once we'd gone to an island as I was a child, I was a little girl, and I lived in Nigeria, and we'd gone to this beautiful island. And I recall that on the island, the sand was beautiful, white and pristine. And they had little bungalow huts on the island. And I remember the tiles were this beautiful blue that was just azure. It was incredible. And I remember as a child just loving it so much. I don't recall even ever saying I want a place like this. All I recall as that little girl was loving it so much. Well, you see, the universe is not responding to what you're asking for with your mouth. The universe is responding to your vibration. So as that little girl, I must have planted the seed of love and desire. And because it was love, it wasn't fear. It was attracting. It was not repelling. So another big tip, if you truly want to remain open, so as you press the buttons, you can receive Another big tip is to be on the vibration of love. Love for yourself, love for your neighbor, love for the thing that you desire. Be on this vibration of love, because when we feel love, we are open. And when we are open, we can receive that which we have intended and desired. I want to know which of the things I have mentioned you find most difficult, which of the things I've mentioned you believe are most influential on shifting your frequency. This is such important work. It's the most important work you can do. You can take all the action in the world. If you're not on the right frequency, if you're not open, then it will come to naught. And I want your visions to become fruitful. I want your visions to become blessings for you and for everyone around you. And to do that, you must remain open. Love and light. I'd love to hear from you.